Welcome to Neck Training Fundamentals. Today you'll learn the most important exercises for getting a thicker and stronger neck, in addition to the basic programming that goes with them. So without further ado, let's get started. Let's start with the basics. I'm showing you the standard neck curl with a weight plate. Anybody can do this, and it can easily be performed at home or the local gym. I've demonstrated this exercise numerous times, but it's the #1 movement for getting a thicker neck. This will build the sternocleidomastoid and really contribute to that front mass. Very important, and I highly recommend that you do this as frequently as possible with lots of volume. My personal recommendation is 4 sets of 25 using a faster tempo, although slow and controlled is fine. Just make sure to use proper form. And of course, I've made videos highlighting some routines. Now the next movement is the plate neck extension. This will contribute to that rear thickness and also aids in upper trap development. Strongly recommended and actually necessary for maximum neck gains in addition to proper posture. And then finally we have the neck side raise with the weight plate. Quite comfortable, and you'll enjoy this very much. Just contributes to that last edge of the thicker neck. So flex to the top, all the way down, boom. Those are the 3 basic movements, and I'm going to expand a little bit further as we talk about neck training. Now, the objective is to get 90 pounds for high repetitions on the neck curl. This should give you amazing gains. It's very realistic. That said, you do have to be aware that the grip might be a limiting factor. So in that case, perhaps the rubbers are superior because you can grab it from the inside and it'll be a little bit better. However, this is still quite taxing and probably not the most comfortable either, and you might feel your elbows a little bit. But that is how you would do it. As far as the extension goes, not really comfortable, so you're kind of limited in that sense. And even the side version, it is possible to do, but you're not getting the right placement on your head. So this is where we move on to the right option, or at least another one, which is using a 4-way neck machine. Now I understand that many of you do not have this in your gym, but I'm trying to show you what actually works. This setup completely fixes the problems that I talked about previously. For one, the neck curl, you don't have to worry about your grip anymore. And of course, for the extension, you'll be able to go extremely heavy. Then the side, obviously no issue there. So this allows for perfect loading every single time because your head is on that comfortable little pad, and you just got to force your neck. On top of that, because these are expensive, high-quality machines, the movement pattern is very good, and there's usually an adjustable seat as well. So it's perfectly calibrated according to your anthropometry, no matter how tall you are, and it's honestly super smooth, and the strength curve is very nice. So if your gym has access to one of these, I would definitely make use of it because you can get a stupid strong neck and obviously reach your potential with this. But again, I understand this is not feasible for many people, which is why I'm going to show you additional options. Again, with the side, I should also mention that the strength curve is a little bit different. It's going to be heavier when your head is tilted towards your shoulders. So it's a very nice variation, and this is much better than doing the plate neck extension and the plate side raise. Actually, I don't really like those movements unless you're doing it with lightweight, super high volume, but again, that's always going to be limited. So if you want to go heavier and get the best gains possible, definitely 4-way neck machine is great. Otherwise, you can also perform bridging. It does work in getting a thicker neck, but it does pose a higher injury risk, and it's certainly not mandatory in the first place. So besides upping the volume on the plate exercises or using a 4-way neck machine, this leads me to the most feasible and effective option for most of you who want to take your gains to the next level, which is to invest in a neck harness. Now, I've been saying it for years. You don't want to get a cheap one, otherwise you risk it breaking off your head, which can cause injuries. And with the neck, you don't want to take that risk. Get what you pay for, and also the movement itself is always going to be more comfortable when you get quality. That said, I'm honored to announce that this video is sponsored by Neck Flex. I've owned the original for years, and in this video I'm using the MMB Pro, which is the newest model. This is a harness of supreme quality and by far the most versatile on the market. It's fully adjustable on the head and chin, includes loops for every position, and comes with bands, chain plus carabiner, doorway mount, and a safety strap. I strongly recommend it, and a link will be provided in the description box if you wish to support me while acquiring a harness that will actually serve you long term. So now let me show you basic variations that can be done with any harness, in addition to the exclusive exercises that Neck Flex has to offer. The most important ones. So as you can see right here, standard neck extension with the chain and weight plate. Loading potential is very high on this exercise and obviously superior to the plate version. And then we got the neck curl. You can do it this way for a nice way to stretch the bottom. Less peak contraction, more of a stretching type movement. So you can definitely get a bigger neck with this as well. Although I actually prefer the plate neck curl as opposed to this. But if we're talking about using a head harness with curls, that's where the bands come into play, which is the main feature of the Neck Flex. Now you can attach the bands to multiple heights, either above you or below. Regardless, you're still going to get an amazing effect. And with this, you have peak contractions. Every single time you hit the bottom, you're flexing your neck very hard. Then as you perform the negative, the bands are really pulling you down, so you get an amazing freaking stretch. And then of course, you can change the angles of which you do the exercise. So it could be at the bottom, at the top. Honestly, lots of options with this head harness, and you can get an amazing neck with this approach. And I specifically enjoy doing this for higher volume. You can do it at the gym, fast tempo, slower tempo. It all works, just induce progressive overload. So I would say if you're a combat athlete, use a very fast tempo, reps of 50 to 100. If you're just a bodybuilder, 4 sets of 25, or just simply using standard routines. So now we have the neck extension. Again, you can do this with the bands. I should also mention that this band is heavy enough, although you can always add your own on top of this, but you really shouldn't need to. It's more than enough resistance, especially when using for higher volume. And you can just step back if you want more tension or adjust the angle. So you can do it from the top like this, or from the bottom, even standing up on the band. So you don't need a power rack. It can be done at home. So if you don't want to go to the gym, fine, just do it at home, man. Do it on your off days, it's all good. But of course, going to the gym works too, if you don't care what people think of you. And this will work very effectively, and there's more things you can attach it to, so change the angles more. Then of course, the sides. This is what I love about it, man. You get that rotational aspect, great for combat athletes. And you got the lateral bending in there with a perfect strength curve, and it's extremely comfortable. That's why I'm saying the neck flex is very versatile in this regard, and it's pretty much mimicking what the 4-way neck machine has to offer, except it's far less expensive, and it still gives you all the benefits. So again, if you're just happy with the standard movements, the plate neck curl, side raise, neck extension, you want to do volume for that, be my guest. If you have a 4-way neck machine, be my guest. But if you really want to get superior gains, I strongly believe that a head harness will give you that. And I can tell you from years of using head harnesses that this one is of extremely high quality, and it's very versatile. In fact, you can do it at home using the doorway mount. That's the final way of doing all the major movements. So you don't need a power rack, you don't have to go to a gym. It can be done in the comfort of your own home if you choose to go that route. That's how you would maximize your neck development. Use the 3 movement patterns and induce progressive overload over time, and you'll get really great results. So whether you're a novice, intermediate, or advanced, training your neck is always a great idea. It enhances your aesthetics, it's great for sports, and it's honestly the way to go moving forward. So hope that you enjoyed these demonstrations. That's all we have for today's video. I wish you the best of Yoked gains. Keep me updated with your progress, and let me know if you want more neck training content.